Hi everyone!
Hi!
Ready for another haul video?
Kind of all we do right now.
Yes! Lots and lots more books. Okay, so today we went to our favorite bookstore, New to You Books, in Melbourne, Florida. And we also went to Books A Million. And I'm going to start with my haul from New to You Books. The first thing that I picked up, literally the first book I picked up, was Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Rawls. This book my 4th grade teacher actually read to us, and I fell in love with it. If you take The Incredible Journey and mix it with Old Yeller, you've got Where the Red Fern Grows. It is heartwarming, sad, happy. You go through all your emotions with this book. It's a really good book. I recommend it. I also...
Movie's a tearjerker.
A jerker tear. I see how you are. Yes, and there is a movie on it too that was done in the late 80s. Really good book though. I do recommend it. And then
Are these
last
series?
Hmm?
Are those in the series?
I don't think so. But okay, so last time or maybe the haul before that, I had picked up a book by PC Cast, and I found 2 more. The first one is The Avenger Time Raiders, and the other one is Goddess of Spring. Now this may be part of the series of the other one that I have, which I think is Brigids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got those, so excited to read those. And then another one from actually the rest of these are all childhood books.
You'll be set when you have kids.
Yeah. Yes, I will. Pre-planning. But again, I mean, The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame. I read this book as a child, and I love the story in it, so I had to get this book. And then I got, going to classic children's literature, I got the complete set of The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. He actually had 3 complete sets. I got the one that was easier to carry. And then, hidden away behind the cash register, I saw... Actually, I did get one other book. Forgot about that. I saw this book just kind of peeking out, and I said, A.A. Milne, can I have that book? And he grabs the whole pile, and he's like, well, you could have this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. So
That is just like him, too.
It is. He's such a sweetheart. And it's basically some of the series of the Winnie the Pooh. So I've got Winnie the Pooh, and when we were very young, Now We Are 6, and The House at Pooh's Corner. And as you can tell, I mean, these are older books. I'm really into collecting old books now, since I've started going to this bookstore. But I've been a big Winnie the Pooh fan since, wow, a long time. And then off in his older book section, I found Tennyson's poems, Lord Alfred Tennyson. Unfortunately, I don't know when this one was published because there's no published date. So I don't know if I grabbed a first edition. It would be nice to find out. I'd probably go on eBay or any of the others and see, but I'm really excited to read this because recently I've started getting into the classics again. Later we'll have a video about what we've read this month, and I've read a classic this month, so that one was really good too. Now, Books A Million.
Went a little crazy.
Went a little crazy. But considering I walked between the 2, I walked away with $60 worth of books, or actually less than $60. $25, about $50 worth of books. And I got Fearscape. It's part of the Devouring
The Devouring series.
series by Simon Holt. This is book 3. I don't have the other 2, but I saw this one and I love the cover. I love the color of his eyes. I love guys with blue eyes. And then I got Seraphina by Rachel Hartman. And I'm really into dragons, so I'm really excited to read this one. And then I got Dearly Departed
We all have this book now.
by Leah Habel. And then I got
First in the series.
yes, I got Scarlet,
We
the
also
Lunar
have-
Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. And then by Melissa Marr, I got Fairy Tales and Nightmares.
You're gonna see a pattern here.
And then I am the last one in this group to get The Diviners by Libba Bray.
Not the last
Well,
one.
technically, you guys got it at the same time.
Yeah.
I got it first.
She got it first.
And then you got it last week, didn't you?
No.
Oh, you bought it this week.
This week.
Oh, okay. I thought you got it last time.
No.
Oops. Okay. So that is my lengthy haul.
Okay, so my part of the haul, I'm going to do the Books A Million one first because that's the smallest. I got Another Little Piece by Kate Carrius Quinn. I got, from Edelweiss, I got her new book that comes out in June.
Don't Stand By Me.
Don't You Forget About Me. I got that.
Song.
And oh my god, that was such a good book. So I wanted to get her first book. This was her first book, and I've heard really good things about it. I've already read most of it. Well, actually, I read all of it, but there were parts that were missing because I read it on my Kindle. It was kind of messed up. But I wanted to get it because I want to reread it already, even though I just read it. And then I got the third book in the Hush Hush series, Silence. I only need the last one now. Yay! I've completed the series. I've only started this like years ago when it first came out, but now I finally have the third book. Okay, so for my new to you haul, I got Generation Dead. I've seen this book before in the bookstore. I'm not like, I was just like, ooh, I want it. It's $1. Or possibly $2, I don't know. But it looks kind of good, so I got that. And then I got Blood. Oh, who wrote this?
You just had it.
I know.
Daniel.
Daniel Waters or is it Daniel?
It's right there.
Yeah.
Daniel
Waters. She has really cool boots on. They were distracting me. I'm like, ooh. Boots. Okay, and this is called Bleed by Laura Faria Stolars. She, she writes the blues for Nightmare books. They're about witchcraft. I'm assuming this is about vampires. I almost said zombies. I'm
That would
assuming.
be brave.
Well, because I was looking at the Dead one and I was thinking zombies.
Oops.
I'm assuming it's about vampires. I'm not entirely sure, but it's not that big, and I thought it looked kind of cool. And it was a marked down book before.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got Jessica's Guide to Dating on the Dark Side
Ooh.
by Beth Fantasky. Fantasky? Yeah, sure. That's what we're going with. I've seen this book around, I think it's just like vampire. Obviously, it's a vampire book because the dude on the cover has fangs. I'm assuming. He looks kind of hot, even though you can't see most of his face. I was like, yeah, sure.
I'll read it.
It was in good condition. It doesn't even really look like anyone read it.
No.
So I was like, yep.
That's what I like about a lot of his books. They look like they haven't been read.
Now, I bought False Memory by Dean Koontz. Every single time we have been going to this bookstore, I have been looking at this book, but I'm like, it doesn't have a dust jacket on it, which I wasn't like, I didn't really want it because it didn't have the dust jacket. But the paperback version of this that I have is super old because I've read it so many times between me and my mother. So I'm like, I'm just going to break down and buy it for $3, even though it doesn't have the dust jacket. Because I know I'm going to read it, and at least this one won't fall apart.
Here you go.
And my very last one, I got Can You Keep a Secret by Sophie Kinsella. I figured they had a few of her books there, and I've read a couple of the Shopaholic books. I really think they're super cute. It's nice to have like a cute, girly, fun book to read every now and then, in between all my dystopian paranormal fantasy books. Like, I need a little break. Maybe like pick up a girl book for a while.
That's a good idea for a book. Dystopian, fairy tale, fantasy,
Sci-fi,
zombie, vampire.
Just throw it all in there. Yeah. Well, that's my book all for right now. We'll probably have another one this month. I was gonna say for the month, but
The month just started.
I really doubt this will be my last book all for the month.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to start also with my Books A Million haul. I got also Dearly Departed by Leah Habel. And then I also got Melissa Marr, Fairy Tales and Nightmares.
I started reading that. It's good.
I read it. It's really good.
Yeah.
And then I also picked up Silence by Becca Fitzpatrick. And then I also got The Diviners by Libba Bray. I have heard that the villain in this book is like crazy awesome, like scary, creepy, so that's why I've been wanting to pick up this book, so I'm excited for this one. And then my last book that I got there, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline.
If you haven't listened to an audiobook, I think this is the best book to start with. We started listening to it, and it is pretty awesome. And it's also voiced by
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
That's so cool.
That is so awesome.
All right. And
Every
then,
nerd girl's dream.
I
Grew
was
up in the
super in
80s.
love with him.
and then for my new to you, I
Went crazy.
went, I picked up the Iron Fae. Man, you got all the good books. Where was I?
I don't know.
That's why I run right to like his young adult middle grade
I should
section.
have just went there. I was like trying to look at the other books. Stupid mistake.
So
I got the Iron Fae series, so The Iron Knight by Julie
Kagawa.
Kagawa. And then The Iron Queen.
Oh, I just totally missed out. That's awesome.
And The Iron Daughter.
I've been wanting to read those.
and this book has been staring me in the face for a while, and it's like someone must have thought it was too big, but it is Susanna Clark by Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell.
Are we sure it's not Jonathan Strange and
No.
Mr. Norrell by Suzanne Clark?
No.
Okay.
If it is, oh well, oops. They should make it more clear.
I got Crescendo, also from the Hush Hush series by Becca Fitzpatrick. This is 2,
Yes.
right, Nick? So 2. So I have 2 and 3.
You just need one.
He did have Hush Hush, but he had it in paperback, so I was waiting because we went to Books A Million second, so I was hoping that they would have it, because I think they did last week, but I didn't pick it up, so
And I didn't see.
it is what it is. And I got this one. It's called The Unidentified by Ray Merritt. Sounds really interesting. I don't know. It's basically about this teenager. She goes to a school that was in a mall that was converted into a school, and in order to grade up, you basically like sell stuff. I don't know. It just sounds really. It's probably dystopian. Sounds interesting from this dust jacket thing that apparently I've a habit of bending now.
Yes.
And I got The Bridge to Terabithia by Catherine Patterson. This was one of my favorite books that I read in the 5th grade, and we also watched the movie. That one and Tuck Everlasting. But Bridge to Terabithia I did like more. And I did go see the recent release, the remake that was a couple of years ago. It was really cute. But I was excited when Amy saw this. Amy found it for me, and then I grabbed it out of her hand. And then I got The Looking Glass Wars by Frank Bador.
So jealous.
I have been wanting to read this for a while. As you can tell, I'm singing.
But yeah. And look at the cover. It's really cool. Like the artwork.
It looks almost, you could say it's almost steampunky type armor, maybe?
No.
No, maybe more mechanical?
Yeah.
Or sci-fi?
Like biomechanical, or maybe not even that. And then I also got Seeing Red, which is also part of the Looking Glass Wars. This one is in hardback. So total score today.
Yes.
Total score. And then, when I was up at the cash register waiting to pay, there's a bookshelf kind of like behind the cash register and before you go into their second room. And I looked up and I saw this book that had a picture of a guy, kind of like skeleton in a cloak with an umbrella, and I'm like, that looks familiar, and I grabbed it, and it just happened to be a book by Edward Gorey. It is the Ghastly Crumb Tinies by Edward Gorey. Very happy. Total score. That is my haul. Yay!